The doctor's office was cold and white. Crossing the floor felt like a polar expedition.
My parents, distant features of the landscape.
I wanted to explain, but was unable. My lips and tongue engaged in an intricate choreography,
myself in the audience, observing the words performed.
My lips muttered,
I'm sure it will pass.
while my thoughts were crying for help.
The conversation kept going, but I stopped paying attention. Instead, I was following the hands of a clock mounted on the doctor's wall.
They were
Both speeding up and slowing down.
I was slipping further and further away.
a levitating camera in a video game, merging with the code it was running on. Again, with the binary, with the electronic circuit and so on. I closed my eyes and let my sensations lead me.
First, I spent some time with my bones.
Among their many functions, I got lost in their continuous breathing.
An uninterrupted flow of calcium absorbed and released.
Even my skeleton was alive
and living in and of
Itself. I could feel my mind clinging
To the known, to the clattering
thoughts, the buzzing of memories and fears of the future. But for each breath,
Tension was released and my shoulders sunk
comfortably.
It
It certainly felt like I was in there, somewhere behind my face, but I was nowhere to be found.
and the more I looked,
The more hazy I became.
when my eyelids eventually opened, they felt as slow as a
sunrise. Photons converted to neurosignals shooting along the optic nerve, each carrying a piece of information
into the darkness. The brain categorized motion, colors,
Edges, distance. I sat for a moment in the dusk, watching the sunrise.
The world eventually
lit up.
I was no longer wondering why matter lights up from the inside.
My experience had changed from the fire to the light it emits.
But it would get much stranger still.
As the moment stretched,
I started daydreaming, or so I thought.
It began as a shimmering field, creeping slowly in from the periphery of my vision.
The hands of the clock, still moving, but among them vague shapes.
Slowly but surely, I saw
Trees blowing past me, and among them, myself, sitting right there in the doctor's office with a vacant expression.
While walking around myself, I was surprised to still
See the clock straight ahead.
Myself from the side.
the clock on the wall.
The two images were not overlapping, they just coexisted.
Like imagining a familiar place with your eyes closed.
You see both nothing and something at the same time. I turned to look
Towards myself, but saw only the face of the doctor.
lingering somewhere between confusion and concern.
And annoyance. However, when I studied his face closer, I
was struck by terror. The image of myself.
Had turned to look straight into my own eyes.
I felt my own hand reach out towards myself.
The weight of my own landing softly on my own shoulder. Eyes distant, looking at the doctor.
Looking at myself, rules and boundaries disappearing.
A delicate wave of nostalgia.
washing over me. Intimate
Recollections of past sorrow, relationships, education,
And even medical experience. And at last,
I was no longer alone.
Not in the sense that the doctor was there in the room,
But rather that we were together in the darkness of my mind.
a vast number of sensations were still flowing, but now with two observers to share.
The burden.
Somewhere, out of sight,
A hand picked me up. And as I kept breathing, the
the fire kept spreading.
Soon, I swallowed my parents sitting in their chairs.
doubting my story. I felt Contradicting opinions and ideas coexist.
but not in conflict. Different notes in harmonious chords,
shaping a balanced, indivisible whole.
More clouds spread into my vision, and more sensations through my body. The music was evolving. I looked at my hand.
5
fingers
against the surface felt no different than 5 bodies or minds.
Branches becoming aware that they were connected to the
Same
same
trunk all along.
Their experience my own. All of them
Present in my mind.